Hi there, adventurer. You're finally awake. Don't freak out. You're not in a strange place. You're at my apothecary. You've never heard of an apothecary before. That makes sense. Most adventurers use mages. Only small villages like this one probably have apothecaries. Well, you see, not everyone can use magic like adventurers like you. And so, us normal people turn to people like me, doctors who take care of you. Well, yes, it's not as effective as magic. However, I can do a good job patching you up until a support mage does decide to come help you. Yes, that was one dangerous dungeon that you decided to take on. Let me look at the list of ailments you have. So, I have a little board here that I made, and now I'm just going to take a look at your ailments, okay? So it seems you have a few broken ribs and a broken leg or two. Lots of cuts and bruises. We're gonna have to give you a thorough look over, okay? Yeah, just to make sure that nothing is in critical condition before the mage gets here, okay? I've called one from the city to come. They should be here anytime with that fancy teleportation magic. Alright, to start, I am just going to examine you, okay? So, I'm going to touch your head. Do you feel any pain? No, you sure do have a pretty gnarly bruise here. Okay, and if I touch the sides, how do you feel? It's a little tender there. Yeah, that would make sense. I'm afraid you might have some concussion or brain issues. I wouldn't worry too much. You know, a little self-healing. So that magic is taking place. But because you aren't a mage, it's going to take some time for it to kick in completely. Does this feel okay? Good. Okay, and as I am feeling around you here and palpating your lymph nodes and touching, everything feels okay. That was a very dangerous dungeon you were in. You just awakened as a D class. Why would you go into an A class dungeon? You didn't know. Are you sure you didn't know? Or were you looking for a good reward to level up? I guess I have to believe you. Alright, now to make sure all of your motor functions are in order, I would just like you to follow this stick for me, okay? And I'm just gonna wave it in different directions, and I just want you to follow it with your eyes. Here we go. Follow the stick. Follow the stick. Follow the stick. Good. Follow the stick. Follow the stick. Follow the stick. Good. Follow the stick. Follow the stick. Follow the stick. Good. Alright, follow it. Good. Follow it. Good. Now it's going to go up. Good. Down. Good. Left. Good. Right. Good. Alright, you follow the stick pretty well. Good, good, good. I want to take a look inside of your mouth now, okay? I'm gonna grab a light, and I just want to make sure you aren't missing any teeth or there's no bleeding in your throat area. Yes, you got punched in the jaw by a troll. Okay. By a troll and an enderman. Okay, let's just make sure that's in working order. Alright, team. Now, I want you to open up and say, ah. And I am just going to shine this light right here from the lamp. Now, say, ah. Good. All your teeth seem to be doing well. Okay. I'm not seeing many issues with this, although you are missing a tooth back here on your right side. That right molar, it's completely gone. Tilt your head up for me. Say, ah. Yeah, that top tooth is missing as well. And what about over here? It looks like, did you bite on your tongue? Yeah. You do have some tongue damage, but it doesn't seem like it was busted or bleeding. You're lucky. You could have choked on your tongue and not been here anymore. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's move on to your eyes, okay? Alright, and so now I'm just going to look at your eyes, okay? So I am just going to examine to make sure you have no broken blood vessels or anything like that. Oh, you say a creeper hit you, or you are more so caught in the explosion. I see. It's been rough. We've been having so many new monsters spawn. It just used to be zombies and skeletons. Now there's creepers and endermen and witches and spiders. Ever since all of those new dungeons began to open, we've had so many monsters, we don't know what to do. Alright, here is my light, and I just want you to stay still. I'm gonna come a little close with the torch, and I just want to look at your eye, okay? So I'm gonna pull down on your conjunctiva, and I just want you to look up for me. Good. Now look down for me. Good. And look left for me. Great. Now look right for me. Okay. I'm gonna pull down on the conjunctiva of your other eye. Just look up for me. Good. And look down for me. Great. And left. Good. And right. Good. Alright. That is all looking good. Now, I am going to cover half of your face with my hand. And the light is just gonna shine in. Good. Now let's cover your other eye. looks pretty good. So now I am just going to look for your red light reflex, okay? So keep your eye really still. Good. And I can see it. It looks great. Now over here. Alrighty. That looks pretty good. Next, we are going to test your vision to make sure your eyes weren't damaged and you can still see color, okay? Alrighty, so the test for this will be very simple. I'm going to put a color in your face and I just want you to tell me what color it is. I will be showing you 3 colors, okay? Here we go. What color is this? Good. It is green. And what color is this? Good. That is red. And last color, are you ready? What color is this? Good. That is purple. So now I am just going to pat you down, okay? You are bleeding from some areas that I've noticed as I'm checking over you, and I just want to make sure you aren't experiencing any other bleeding, okay? Alright, that looks pretty good, but now I am just going to go in a little depth, okay, and really start to make sure all of that is closed up. Alright, that looks pretty good, yeah. You are looking Nice. I don't see anything else that is lingering and bleeding anymore. Okay, so the next thing I would like you to do is we are going to do a taste test, okay? And I just want you to taste only 3 things, and I want you to tell me what is the flavors, okay? Great. Alrighty, so here I have with me 3 potions, and I would like it if you could tell me how they each taste, okay? Here we go. Potion number 1. And what did that taste like to you? Like nothing? Perfect. That was the control group, okay? Now, 2 other tastes. Potion number 2. And what did that one taste like? It tasted very bitter and sour. Good. Last potion. And how did that one taste? Sweet. Okay. Great. You passed. It's great. All of your functions seem to be in working order, and it doesn't seem like you were hit with any spells to take them away. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a recovery potion. You haven't heard of a recovery potion before. Well, typically they're sold in apothecaries in small villages like this, and it's kind of like magic, and it slowly speeds up the healing process, okay? So, please have a sip of this. Good. Now that should be kicking in, and it should be aiding your recovery magic, okay? Yes, and you should start to feel better soon. Alright, and so the very final thing I would like to do with you is a sharp or dull test. Here I have an arrow, but don't worry, the tip has been shaved down so that it is not sharp. It's a very old, dull arrow, and I'm going to poke you with it like that, and that will be sharp. And I just want you to tell me whether it feels sharp or the feather at the back of it feels dull, okay? So that's what sharp and dull feels like. Now, let's begin. Sharper, dull. Good. Sharper, dull. Good. Sharp or 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 dull. Good. So you passed that with flying colors. I think you escaped that dungeon just in time, and you're not experiencing any lasting damage besides missing a few teeth and having a few broken bones, but that is nothing magic won't fix. So when the healer gets here, I'll let her know your condition and you will be good to go back and fight more dungeons. Thank you very much for helping our small village out, and I will see you as many times as you get hurt while you're taking commissions here. Thank you very much. Just lay down, and the healer will be here soon. What a wonderful day today is. The weather is nice, it's peaceful and calm. I could get used to days like this. Oh. Hello there, adventurer. What a surprise. I didn't expect to see you today. You said you need help. Right now, it's an emergency. Let's go in. Let me look at you. So, you say that you were attacked by a witch and now everything seems hazy, is that correct? Uh-oh. That's not good. Witch attacks can be very dangerous. What are you seeing? It's hard to make out things. Okay, let's see. I'm going to put a chart in front of you, and I want you to tell me what you can see in the chart. Okay, can you see this chart clearly? I'll bring it a bit closer, about 15 inches away from you. I would like you to read this chart for me, okay? Starting with the first line that you can see. Okay, and the second. Good. And now the third. Okay. And the fourth. Okay. And the fifth. Okay. And what about the sixth? And then any of the smaller lines, can you take a look here? They all start to look pretty blurry. That's not good. Let's see. If it's affecting your vision, I think I can try to make a potion for you that will counteract the effects thus far. Give me 1 second. a little bit of stirring here and there, and I will create this potion, things for eyes. Alright, I have finished making a potion for you. Would you like to try it? Here you go. Let it take effect. You might feel a little woozy. Okay, how is it now? The colors around you are looking weird now. Well, what can you see? You can't really describe what colors you can see? Let's do a vision test. I have some cards and I'm going to pull them up for you, and I would like you to tell me what the number on the cards are, okay? Alright, are you ready? It should be fairly simple, okay? Here we go. Here we go. What number is this? Good, okay. 12 is the correct number. Next card. What number is this? 74 is correct. You're doing great. This one might be a bit tricky. Here we go. What number is this? You don't know. Wanna look at it again? Okay. It's hard to say. Okay. We can come back to that. And the last one. Ready? What number is this? That one is hard to say as well. Okay. No worries, no worries. It seems that wasn't a good enough potion. What else are you seeing in your eyes right now? Still weird shapes and colors. Okay. I'm going to try to make another potion, and then we'll go back to that test, okay? And try again, and you can tell me for the 2 cards that you missed if it's better and you can see it. Let's take a taste. That's okay, but it could be better. It's not strong enough yet. Let's see, what about this? Almost there. Just a little bit left. That's perfect. Alright, how about you try this potion? Here you go. And how about that? Does it feel any better? Okay, you're ready to try the eye test again? Alrighty, to the best of your abilities, please tell me what these cards are. Alright, here we go. What is this? Correct, it is 27. Good. And last one. Alright, what is this? That one is still hard to make out. Okay, let's see. Let me look inside your eyes and see if there is anything stuck in them, okay? Alright, please stay very still for me. You may hear the torch coming close to you, and I'm just going to look in your eyes. From what it looks like you have some gunk in your eyes. Probably from the spell that was cast on you. That probably explains all the little weird spots in your vision that you have been having. Yeah. You have a bunch of little spots everywhere. Okay. Oh, you said the sound of the torch also sounded a bit weird, like muffled. That's not good. Okay. I am going to clean out the gunk out of your eyes. I'm gonna grab some shears to just tweeze it all out, okay? Don't be afraid. It'll be close to your eye, but I promise it's not dangerous. Alrighty. So I am just going to shear the things out of your eyes. I'm going to use them as tweezers. I'm just going to pull and pluck them out of your eye, okay? And I don't want you to worry. And hopefully we can get them out. You can no longer hear the sound of the torch. Okay, we'll focus on that next, okay? But you can hear the sound of the shears, correct? Yes, it's because they're more high-pitched and sharper. Okay. Okay, let's take a look in your eyes, okay? Yep, those bugs are gone now. Yes, it looks pretty clear. Let's try the vision test one more time, okay? Alright, here is the card that you struggled on. Are you ready? Great, here we go. And what number is that to the best of your abilities? Great, that is a 9. Perfect. Now we can start to move on to your ears. Alright, so I just want you to describe what things sound like in your ears currently. Okay? I want you to close your eyes and listen. It sounds like there are skeletons in your ear. Interesting. And it sounds like they're moving, and some are fighting, and some are burning. Okay, that is good. So, I'm gonna take a look in your ear and see what I can see. So, I have some pretty bad news. Whatever potion that witch threw at you, she put a teeny, it's really small, a skeleton spawner in your ears. Yes, there is a spawner in there. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to remove it with this stick, okay? Let me look at your other ear just to make sure they're not on both sides. This ear is quite different. Yes. Do you hear more in your left ear or your right ear? Your right? Yeah, in your left ear here, there's spiders. Teeny weeny, very small spiders. It seems there was a spider spawner in that one. Because there's so many in your ear, I can't see how close they are to your eardrum. But I'm guessing that because you can hear it more in your left ear, it must be very close to your eardrum, okay? I mean, more in your right ear, sorry. Yeah. Alright, so I am going to remove them, okay? And then we can do a hearing test. Just stay still. Don't make any sudden movements. I don't want to hurt you. let's look at this ear. Good. Very, very good. That looks much, much clearer. Yes, I removed it all. Let's look on this one now. Alright, let's take a look. Great. That one is much cleaner as well. It looks like both of the spawners have been removed from your ears. And I removed all of the spiders and the skeletons that were spawning in your ears, okay? Great. So now the last thing to do is to test your hearing. So with this torch, I'm going to move it from one side to the next, and I just want you to tell me if you can hear it while it's moving. Alright, how does that sound? Does it sound clearer? Perfect. Alright, so it seems like I was able to clear off the majority of the symptoms of the witch's potion. Now, we don't know if there are any symptoms that are residual and may show up after a longer amount of time. And so, adventurer, I ask kindly that you stay here for a bit so I can observe you and make sure that everything is okay, okay? Great. Call me, I'll be outside. I have to do some farming, so just let me know if anything else goes awry while you're resting, okay? Great. Well, I'm gonna head to farming now. Rest up.
Ah. Huh. Ah.
Hello there, adventurer. Welcome back to the clinic. What can I help you with today? Your head is feeling itchy. Okay. Around the time your head started to feel itchy, what were you doing? You're in a cave. Aha, so the cave was infected with silverfish, and it was your job to clear it out, correct? Okay, and you think you have some stuck in your hair. Alright, let's take a look, and I will try to clean it all out for you, okay? Great. I'm going to ask you to please come a bit closer so I can take a general inspection of your hair. Alright, now that you are closer, I'm going to first look at your hair with my hands, okay? Let's see here. As I brush bits and pieces to the sides, what can I see? I do see quite a bit of silverfish, yeah. They're all at the top and some on the sides and some at the back. How could you have gotten so much in your hair? There was a spawner. Okay. I see. So, removal should be pretty easy, okay? I'm just gonna grab a stick and I'm going to search through your hair just a bit more to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to part your hair like this, and you just tell me if I poke somewhere that hurts. You don't think they have bitten you, correct? Okay, good. Okay, let me take a closer look. Yeah, as I part it, I do see a lot of silverfish on every layer of your head. It looks like there's going to be quite a bit of removal. Okay, let's start by wetting your hair, okay? Alrighty, so I have this water bucket here in front of me, and we are just going to wet your hair as much as we can, okay? So I'm gently going to pour this water all over your head. We want root to end to be nice and wet. That way, when we go through and we brush it out, they'll be able to be removed quite easily. Alright, perfect. I'm gonna put this water down and then we'll damp your hair throughout the removal procedure, okay? So, you are familiar with my handy dandy shears, and I'm just going to use a stick to part one section of your hair first, and then we're going to remove it with the shears, okay? Now, this shouldn't be painful, but if they are like kind of digging into your scalp, please let me know. Okay, here we go. You seem quite a bit up here, like at the perimeter of your head. Yeah, it's quite a bit. And it seems like a lot of them have gathered to the center of your head. Yeah, quite a bit it seems. There are so many across your head. Please let me know if removing any of them hurts. Okay, I'm going to now move on to more of the back of your head, okay? So I'm just gonna drench your head in a little more water. Perfect. Alrighty. Here we go. Alright. I think that is all of it. I am going to blow dry your hair off now, and then we'll do one more scalp inspection. Okay? Great. Now, this may look like an axe, but it is my handy dandy super specially made blow dryer, okay? So just stay still, and I am going to blow dry your hair. Great, your hair is nice and blow dried. So, one last scalp inspection. Perfect. All of the silverfish have been removed from your hair. You are free to go, adventurer. Thank you for stopping by once again. Goodbye now.
Ah. 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 Ah.
Hello there, adventurer. I heard you were looking for me. Ah, you have some things that you would like to sell to me? Very interesting. I'll have you know I only accept the highest quality of fine items. Yes, yes. Do you think your items are worth my purchase? Okay. Show me this first item of yours. Hmm. A block of amethyst. As I look at it, amethyst, yes, it is rare. You have to go in the deeper parts of the cave for it. And technically, it could go for a bit of money. Not like I don't want to give away that money. No, I said nothing. Let me put it through a few tests, okay? Let's see. I'm going to tap it. Hmm. I don't know. The tapping test, I'm hearing a lot of different sounds. I'm gonna shake it. Let's do a shake test. This is to make sure it's a legit gem. You know, I don't want to get scammed. What about over here? Do you hear that, adventurer? Listen, listen very closely. Does that sound like this piece of amethyst is worth a lot of money? I don't think it does. Let's have a closer inspection on it. Look at the cut quality. Do you see that? It's not very clear. It's quite blurry all the way around. It's not up to standard. I think I would rate this as a lower grade amethyst. So I am going to say I'll give you 3 barrels of wheat for this. How does that sound? 3 barrels of wheat? You think it's worth it? No. Hmm. Then what about 3 bronze ores? What do you think of that? No. You don't think it's worth it? Well, I think this is the best price you're gonna get anywhere. Like, look at it. It's not worth as much as you think it is. An emerald. Oh, you say you can't trade with the other villagers without emeralds. And you think this is worth at least an emerald? Huh. You know what? I'll give you 5 iron ingots. Take it or leave it. Pleasure doing business with you. Alright. Show me this next piece of gem that you have acquired, please, adventure. Alright, let me see. A block of redstone. Yes, most of the builds and the transportation around here, they do use and require redstone. We use the redstones for the well, we use it for our toilets. We use redstone around here for quite a bit. Oh, let's expect it, shall we? I'm just gonna take a look here, okay? I'm gonna do the tap test first. I'm hearing, just like the amethyst, a bunch of different things coming from this redstone ore. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of different noises, so we're gonna move on to the shake test, okay? I'm hearing a lot coming from this, yeah. Shaking it, it feels heavy, it feels real, feels pretty realistic. So now, let's take a visual inspection. When you look at this block, do you think it's worth a single emerald? Does it feel worth that to you? So, I'll trade you 3 stacks of wood. What do you say? 3 stacks of wood sounds good. You don't need wood? Okay. What about seeds? I'll trade you a stack of pumpkin seeds. You were really hoping that this one would be worth a Emerald. I see. You know what? I'll make this one worth your while. I'll give you a stack of gold. How does that sound? What are you gonna do with gold? Armor. Lots of people use it around here. Alright. Pleasure doing business with you. Show me the next item, please. Coal. What a fine block of coal. Yes, it's deep, dark, nice ridges, nice edges. Let's do the tap test. The tap test is conclusive. This one is pretty sturdy. If I shake it, let's see. The shake test is pretty good as well. This is one good block of coal. You know, there's actually been quite a shortage in the village lately. Yes, the blacksmiths, they really need some coal badly. I think they could probably get 3 weeks of progress done with this. Yes, this seems like enough coal to last them quite a while. Yes, enough fuel. I'll trade you 3 weeks for this. What do you say? 3 weeks is too little. You are correct. I did say that this was in desperate need right now, but if you look at its appearance, you cannot clearly see the rips, which means when the blacksmiths cut it to use in furnaces, it won't be of the highest quality. 3 wheat is still too low. You do drive a hard bargain, adventurer. You drive. Let me think. I guess considering the urgency, and how badly the blacksmiths need coal, I would be willing to give up 1 emerald. It's still too low considering the urgency. I guess I can give you 5, but probably no more than 5. Cause you see this emerald, my emeralds are above average quality. You see how it shines in the light. Do you see that? Other emeralds don't do that. Mine are special, specially made, specially harvested. You see that? You see how bright and reflective it is. and you hear that, and then I tap all around. Do you hear how it sounds? How crisp, how clear it sounds? And then when you shake it, do you hear the magic coming off of it, especially enchanted emeralds for durability, sustain ability, the highest grade caliber of money that this world can offer? So, the most I can give you is 5. I think you'll be set for a while with 5 of these. Good. Here you go. Pleasure doing business with you, adventurer. Do you have anything else that you would like to sell to me today? No? Well, it was great seeing you. I'm always open for a deal. I have some more trading that I need to do, so I'll see you around. Have a good one. Hello there, and welcome to the sleep clinic here. I heard that you are suffering with severe insomnia. Is that true? Okay. So, here at the sleep clinic, what we do are play a variety of sounds that comes from the world and that we hope can rest and relax from hearing those sounds. Is that okay with you? Great. So let me introduce to you the tools that we shall be using. Here I have 2 blocks, a white one and a red one. Now I know this one does not look white, but I promise if you look at the top it's white. The lighting, reflects differently on the block. And so these 2 blocks represent 2 different sounds. The white one will be more relaxing and calming sounds, and the red one will be the faster, more aggressive triggers, okay? So, let us start with the more calming sounds to get you ready and in a place of relaxation. So let's put this down and I shall begin. And now for the rougher sounds, and this will be the pattern. Soft sounds, then the rough ones. And that was all for the array of sounds that I had prepared for you today. Are you feeling more relaxed? Great, that is good to hear. If you would like to take a nap, you can. And thank you so much for coming in to our sleep clinic. I hope you have a good one. Goodbye now. Hi there. So I heard that you were sick. Is that correct? Okay. So we are just going to make sure that everything is functioning and in well working order, okay? Great. So the first thing I'm going to do is write some things down, okay? Let's start. And how many bowls of apples did you eat on the first dark day in the cave? Okay. And was the creeper that became a skeleton turned into the apple that you ate? Okay. And was the sky that became night a villager in disguise of the right house to the tree at the witch's hut in the temple jungle? Okay. And was the Enderman who had an Ender Pearl in the Ender Cave at the monastery of the Injunction of Spiders? Okay. And how about the open day where the book turned to the pages to the left when you picked up the felt pen to write on the carpenter table at 3? Okay. And how about the cloud in the sky that turned into the rain, but the rain fell into the dust on top of the pig that became the sheep, and then the sheep became the cow, and now you have food to fill the mouths of the ocean? Okay. And when you went on your ocean journey to the voyage of land to the mushroom biome, did you see the pink octopus? You saw the pink octopus? Okay. And did the lantern next to the oak tree turn into a fireplace in the nether? Okay. And did the gas let you ride the piglet? Okay. And then did the pigmen attack the open portal? Okay. And did the fire become water and set you ablaze? Okay. And how often would you say these things occur? Okay, last question, and then we can begin your checkup. On the 3rd day of the 8th month, when the sky rose into the night, did the villagers become zombies? And did the zombies turn back to the villagers because of the lightning? Okay. Great. Okay, so we are going to start your exam. I think that there is currently a lot that is wrong with you and a lot going on. So I would like to thoroughly examine you and make sure that everything is okay. So we're just gonna start with this stick, and I just want you to follow it, and we're just going to test your functions, okay? So can you see the stick moving this way? Great. I'll keep following the stick. And how many apples does the stick produce when it moves? We're not seeing any apples. Okay, that must mean you ate an apple today. Okay. Great, and now I'm just going to put this to the side. And I'm just going to look in your eyes. I'm going to pull down your conjunctiva. I see that it must mean that the sky is blue today. It must mean that today is a great day. And I'm going to pull up on the top of your eyes here. Yes, and then if you look to the left, the Endermen are coming. Yes, I think the Endermen are coming. Have you seen Endermen in their eyes recently? No? Okay. If you look to the left, like that. Yes, the grass is not producing seeds, I think. Yeah, I think that means that the seeds are being produced. And if you look this way, the wheat is not growing. Yeah, the wheat is not growing. Okay, great. So I'm just gonna write down those findings very quickly. And does the wheat often not grow on days like today? I see. And do the Endermen often glow their eyes at the wheat to devour? Okay. Great. Okay, and now what we are going to do is I'm just going to move this torch from side to side, and I just want you to tell me what sounds you can hear the torch on, okay? So here we go. And do you hear the song that is sung by the witch spirit? That must mean you have tangled hair. Yeah. And do you hear it? The villagers are having bad trades, I think, probably. And can you hear it? Okay. Okay, so I think this indicates that there was poison, but the milk was spoiled, and the milk didn't come from a cow, but a pig. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here. Something along those lines. Okay, and now I'm going to take this lantern and tap it across. And as you hear the clink of metal, tell me if the rooster says cock-a-doodle-doo. Okay. Okay, and did the sun set? But the appleberry vine didn't create, and the berries from the bush didn't bloom. Okay, I understand. completely understand. Very, very good. Okay. Okay, and so now I'm just going to massage and feel your head for any lumps, bumps, cobwebs, you know, things like that. Okay, I think that the wool that you want is pale oak, pale oak, pale oak, pale, 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 pale oak. Yeah, that's what I think. Alright, and so now I'm going to look inside of your mouth and I want you to say ah for me as big and as bright as you can. Ah, good. Good. I'm seeing the slime eat each other. Yeah. And I'm seeing the skeleton spawner on the right sky. And the boat in the ocean. And the squid from the waterfall. The glowberries to the left. And the what is that called again? The coral reef to the right. Yeah. Are you tasting the potion in the wind? And over here, what about the tourniquet to the left? Okay. 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 It's a lot that I'm seeing just right there. And then a bit over there too. And here and there as well. And that looks okay, but something about right here. But not all. There too. But if not there. Okay. Yeah, that looks okay. Great. So your exam is done. I've examined all of the functions that we discussed earlier and everything looks great. Everything looks fine. I think you are keeping up to date with your health in such a marvelous way and you don't have much to worry about. It was great seeing you. Have a good one. Bye bye now. From your shoulder out. Okay. So your head measurements are done. Let me just write that down. 20, okay. 20/3 of a stick. And from this to that eye. Hello there, and welcome in. I hear that you are looking to get fitted for a suit of armor. Is that correct? Okay, and do you know your measurements roughly? Okay, so can you just tell me what you believe your head is? Okay, and your hips, your chest, your waist, your legs, and your arms. Okay, and what type of armor suit are you looking for? Okay, something new? Okay. Are you looking for something flashy or functional? Something functional? Okay. And how functional would you like? Are you protecting people? Are you in the mines? A mix of both. So you need something very movable, breathable. Okay. Yes, and chainmail, as you know, chainmail is one of those types of armors that actually are very heavy, and on top of being heavy, hot. So, and the inside of them, you will be feeling kind of claustrophobic, lots of sweat. It'll be very uncomfortable on the inside, but good protection. Okay, you want the protection aspect and some comfort. Okay. So today I will be measuring you, and then later you can come back and then we can talk about the creation process for your suit of armor. Okay. Yes. Okay, let's get started. So we measure in stick units here. So here is my stick, and I am just going to be placing it on different parts of your body for measurement. Is that okay with you? Great. Let's begin. So we're going to start with your head. And as I am looking here at the circumference of your head, okay, and this is your forehead, okay, and from temple A to temple B, that looks okay, and then from your brow ridge diagonally to the other side of your scalp, okay, and then the opposite, okay, and then from the edge, just one stick, and a stick and a half, and then stick 3 feet, okay, okay, and then forehead up and down, okay, and then from the temple to the ear, okay, and from the other temple to the other ear. Okay, and now the width of your eyebrows. Okay, and your eyes, and from pupil to pupil. Okay, and from the pupil to the corner of the eye there. Okay, and then from this pupil to the other corner of the eye. Okay, and ear here to the other ear hole. And your nose, how centered is it? Your nose is slightly off centered, and so when we think about making helmets, we want everything to look nice, look standard. But when your nose is crooked, we have to adjust the way the helmet looks to accommodate for that crookedness, and the helmet may look a little off kilter. So we will try to make it look as even as possible to accommodate your nose. So are there any designs that you are against completely? Okay. Yeah, that nose is definitely deviated. Look at that septum. From your nose to your eyes, 20, okay, 20/3 of a stick. And from this to that eye, this one is 30/3 of a stick. About a 10/3 stick difference from both of these eyes here. That is a large gap. Okay. And then from your nose to the upper lip here. That's about a 14th of a stick gap there. Can you say ah for me, just really wide? Ah. As far as your mouth can go. And the opening of that gap is about a kilo. No. Like a half of a stick. Okay. And then sideways, keep your jaw open for me just a bit longer. Yeah, that's a bit shorter. That is about less than a half of a stick difference here. Okay. And from your lips to your ears. Okay. And then this way. Okay. And from the top of your head all the way to your chin. And then the chin to the side. And then to the other. Okay. So your head measurements are done. Let me just write that down. Great. So now I am going to move on to your chest. Okay. And your chest from top to bottom. Good. 1 stick, 2 stick, 3 stick. Okay. And from side to side here, 1 stick, 2.5 stick. Good. And now your waist, 1 stick, 2 stick, 3 stick, 4 stick, 5.5 stick. Okay. Very small waist. Very, very teeny waist. And your hips, from your crotch to your side hip. 1, 2, 3, 2.5 stick. Okay. From your crotch to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 2.5 again. Okay, very even there. And from the top of your leg down 1 to the knee. Okay, and the other side to the knee, and from the center of the knee up. Okay, and the crotch to the knee, up, side. Okay, good. Knee to knee now. Okay. Circumference of the thigh, 1, 2, 1.5 stick. 1.5 stick. Very skinny legs. Okay, let's continue to your shins now. Upper shin, solid, strong. Okay, 1 stick, center of the knee to the ankle. 2 stick, up from the back of the calf down. Okay, over here we're just going to go the top of the knee down. Good. And the back. Good. And the ankle down. Okay. And okay. Good. Your leg measurements. Your legs are on the skinnier side. Your waist is on the smaller side. And your hips and your shoulders do kind of align, okay? So let's start with your arms now. From your shoulder out. Okay. The shoulder to the elbow. Okay. And then let's do this side. The shoulder to the elbow. Okay. And the circumference now. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and here 2, 3 stick. Your arms are your biceps, very strong, very bulky. Let's look at the circumference of the elbow and the dip in the arm where the joints connect and fold. 1/2 stick. Okay. And over here, connection and fold. Also 1/2 stick. Okay, so far your arms are looking quite strong. It seems somebody spends a lot of time on upper body day and not lower. Let's look at your forearms now. The forearms are quite thick as well, very thick, very strong. From the top to the bottom, good length here. the width around. It's a good thickness. Okay, here from the top to the bottom, good length. The width around is a good thickness. Let's count in stick units here. 1/2 stick, 1/3 stick, 2/3 stick, 3/3 stick. Turn the hand up. Okay. 1/3 stick, 2/3 stick, 3/3 stick. 2, 3, 4, 6, 10. Okay. So your upper body is much more bulkier than your upper body, than your lower body, which means that you are top heavy. So when making you armor, I do have to keep that in mind because you're already putting way more emphasis on your upper body than your lower body, which causes issues with your stability and your equilibrium. And because of that, if we add any more like heaviness to the top of your body, you're going to feel that shift in weight, and you're going to feel how different it is to move and things like that. Okay, and that may get in the way of your combat or your mining. But if we put too much weight on your lower body armor, your legs just likely wouldn't be able to handle them because they're very underdeveloped. So keeping this in mind, it is going to be a bit of a challenge to find that good balance for you so that you are protected, not overwhelmed, but also can move in the armor without causing you long-term harm or disadvantage. Okay, great. So I'm just gonna write down all of these findings here. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I am going to get started on your suit, and then I'm going to have you come in a couple of times, do the suit making and process for just to see how it's going and how it works. Okay, great. Well, I will get to work and I will see you later. Have a great one. Goodbye. Hi there, and welcome in to our clinic. So I hear that you're having some issues with your eyes, is that correct? Okay. And so can you describe what your vision is currently? I see. So you can't really see anything at all. Okay. So I am just going to run some tests and see what I can see. So I think this will be a short removal. You said you were in a fight with a slime, is that correct? Okay. So let's do some tests. I have a stick here and I'm going to move it from side to side, and I want you to tell me if it gets any clearer depending on what side it's on. Here we go. We're just looking for clarity. So did that get any clearer for you? It was clearer on this side here. Okay, so now I'm just gonna test that, okay? I'm gonna pull up two objects and I want you to just tell me which one looks clearer. Can you please touch the one that looks clearer? Okay. And touch the one that looks clearer. Okay. Touch the one that looks clearer. Touch the one that looks clearer. Okay. Which one is clearer? And which one is clearer? Great. I'm gonna shine a light into your eyes. And I just want you to tell me if you can see the stick any better with the light in your eyes. Can you see the stick any better with this light in your eye? Okay. Can you see the stick any better with this light in your eye? Okay. Can you see the stick any better with the light in your eye? Can you see the stick any better with the light? Okay. Okay, so the light kind of helps clear your eyesight, but for the most part, not really. Alright, I understand. So now I am just going to take a look in your eyes. I'm just going to come a bit closer to you, okay? Alright, and now that I am closer, I am just going to take my lantern here and we are just going to take a little look in your eyes. And I'm just gonna pull down. I'm not seeing anything thus far. I'm gonna pull down a little on the conjunctiva here. Look up, down, left, right. Oh, I am seeing some slime there. Can you hold that position for me? I'm gonna come a bit closer. Yeah, okay. It seems like half of the outer rim here is being covered in some slime. Okay. And over here now, I'm just gonna pull down again. Can you look up? Look down. Look left. Alright, I'm not really seeing anything on this side. I'm gonna pull up and down and left and right. Okay. I'm seeing it now. Okay, this eye as well. We do have a buildup of slime. Did you recently fight with a slime monster? You did. Okay. Not to worry. So we are just gonna start the removal process. I would like it if you could stay as still as possible. The eyes are a very sensitive area and I don't want to cause any more damage to them. Okay, great. So we'll start with this eye. Can you look to the right for me? Okay, and I'm just going to use this torch and start attacking the slime. Okay, I'm gonna put the stick down now. I'm just gonna start plucking and 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 pluck, squeezing it out. Okay, still quite a bit there, so now I'm just gonna pluck and pull and 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 pluck and pull, pluck and pull and pluck and pull, pluck and pull and pluck and pluck and pluck and pluck and pull and pluck and pull and pluck and pluck and pluck and pluck and pull and pull and pull and pull. Okay. And that looks pretty good. Okay, let's start getting that other eye now. Can you look to the right for me, please? Okay, and I'm just gonna pluck here and pluck and pluck and pluck. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna pluck and pluck and pull, pluck and pluck and pluck and pluck and pluck and pull, pluck 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 pull and pluck and pluck and pluck and pluck and pluck and pluck and pull and pluck and pull and pluck 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 and pull, pluck and pull, pluck and pull, pluck and pluck and pluck and pull. Okay. Grab a little more out here. so I'm just gonna look again with my lantern here at the estates of Versailles. Can you please look up, left, down, right? Beautiful, that looks very good. And now here, please look up for me, left, down, right. Great. Perfect. And so your eyes are looking amazing. Nice and clear. I'm going to do the stick test one more time, okay? And does the stick look clear on both sides? It does. And if I move it very fast here, does that change? Okay, and if it gets very close and far away. Perfect. So we got all of that slime, and I just ask that next time you are a bit safer, okay? Great, it was nice seeing you, and I'm glad I was able to solve your issues. Have a great one. Bye bye.